So in today's video, we're going to be talking about delayed obedience and why delayed obedience is causing you to be in the same area that you don't want to be in. So let's start off with Jonah. The Most High asked him to do something, and he got swallowed up by a whale for 3 days because he didn't do what the Most High wanted him to be. Sarah, she was barren, and she had to wait for a very long time, but the Most High put on her spirit that you're going to have a son. And she laughed at him. She even denied it, but she ended up getting her handmaid, Hagar, to have her child with Abraham. There was a king, I want to say in 1 Samuel maybe, or it was a king, I'm going to put it here because I don't want to butcher it, but there was supposed to be a king, but since of disobedience, the Most High gave the kingship to somebody else. So, oftentimes in our life day-to-day basis, even the so-called African Americans, the Native Americans, and the Hispanics today is in a land that we're not even supposed to be in because of disobedience. So we're in captivity because of disobedience. So see the correlation here, how obedience is so important to the Most High. So whatever the Most High is putting on your spirit for you to do, you have to do it no matter how uncomfortable it is. Because that's who he wants you to be. And just like even Christ, because of his obedience, and because he said, not because of my will, but your will be done, we must want the Most High's will over our lives more than we want our own will. Because the Most High, who he was requiring Christ to be, the man he wanted him to be, caused him his death, caused him to be persecuted, caused him to be slandered, it was a lot of things that Christ went through. Was a humble man. But it's a lot of things that the Most High is going to cost you to become the better woman that he wants you to be. Now, some things that can cause delayed obedience is procrastination. Procrastinating, taking your time, saying I'll do it next year, saying I'll be a submissive wife when I get a home, saying that I will be a better woman and apply for a job whenever I get this car that I want, saying that I won't do what the Most High wants me to do until I feel better, till I'm motivated to do it. For example, you know how oftentimes when we know we need to clean the house, we know we need to clean our room, but we don't want to clean our room until we feel motivated or until we watch videos on people cleaning their room, the aesthetics, they call it. So oftentimes we see that in our lives as well, because we don't want to do what the Most High wants us to do, maybe because of slothfulness. That's another spirit. Slothfulness, being lazy, saying like, I don't want to do this, until I lose this weight. But you're not doing anything to lose the weight. Instead of you're doom scrolling all day and not actually taking the time to meal prep, not taking the time to juice, not taking the time to get in the gym, not taking the time to do whatever the Most High wants you to do. Slothfulness, you want to sleep all day instead of working on learning how to become an entrepreneur. You know that the Most High put on your spirit to start selling products to help sisters grow their hair, or have skin products, or to make fringes, or whatever the case may be. But you're like procrastinating, like, I'll do this another day, maybe next year, when I have the materials, stuff like that, that's when I would do it, Or it could be, let's see what else. Fear of the unknown. You're fearing what people are going to think of you whenever you become this better woman. Whenever you do whatever the Most High is asking you to do, you're like, dang, what are they going to think of me? How are they going to think? Are they going to talk about me when I do this thing? Because it's going to look, and your obedience is going to look crazy to certain people, but that's okay, because guess what? The Most High is requiring you to be this woman, so you must love him more than you love anybody on this earth, to know that whatever the Most High is asking you to do is for a reason, and it's to save you, and it's to help other people, just like Christ. What else? Fear Fear that, you're not good enough to do whatever the Most High is asking you to do, that you may look silly doing this thing. Fearing that is it actually going to help me to become better if I take these steps? Whatever it is, we must have faith as a mustard seed, just to take a step, even if it's baby steps. Like, we have to practice these things, because whatever the Most High is asking you to do, you have to work on it to do it. You may not feel good doing it. It may be uncomfortable. It may not feel like, you will be able to do this. But the Most High sees you fit to do it. So it's like, you have to really put your feelings and your emotions to the side and be like, okay, I may not feel like I can do this, but the Most High is obviously asking me to do this because he sees potential in me. Just like Moses, he had, I think, a speech impediment, or something like that. He didn't have faith that he can go in amongst the Israelites and talk to them. But the Most High was like, hold on, I made your mouth. I did this. I did that. So you have to have faith. Like, the Most High is asking me to do this for a certain reason. And if he wouldn't have asked me if he didn't see me fit to do this. What are some other things that can cause it's so many things that can cause delayed obedience. But one thing that I want you to do is get you a journal and write down what are some things that's causing you to be stagnant in your life, and start to work on them and take them steps by steps by steps. Don't try to make a whole big old list, because that's not realistic. But what is like some things I'll give you 2 key things to write down and journal. What are 2 things that you feel like the most that is really keeping you back, that is really keeping you stagnant, and start working on it. Because you don't want to keep being the same old person next year, and the next year, Lord's willing, and the next year, and the next year, and the next year. And you're going to be like, dang, you're going to sit back and you're going to realize how much time you wasted by procrastinating, by being lazy, by being fearful of the unknown, by not wanting to go through with that uncomfortableness, by not wanting to go through that fire to come out like gold. And you're going to be like, dang, I could have been here, but because of my delayed obedience, it's causing me to stay here. Like, for example, I'm going to use myself for example. I learned about the truth, I want to say 2020, maybe 2019. I know I was still in school, and I was very zealous, first starting off. And then I fell back into the world because my seed was not sown and rooted, and my obedience to the Most High was connected to carnal things and what people are going to think of me if I start dressing modestly, or what people are going to think of me if I start talking and acting different, what people are going to think of me if I say, no, I don't want to go to this party, or no, I don't want to hang out with this certain person. But the Most High is requiring you to obey him. And if I had known that many years ago, and if I would have just had let everything go completely, because the peace that I have now, the woman that I am now, oh my goodness, y'all, I can only just say all praises to the Most High. But I am so grateful. And if I would have known that I would have felt this good now, and the peace of mind that I have now, the closeness that I have with the Most High now, the zeal that I have now, I would have never went back into the world. And that's what the enemy will try to get you to do, is compromise. Get you to compromise, to stay in the same old place, doing the same old things. And you don't even know what's on the other side. Just like that land of milk and honey, the Israelites was complaining, bickering, not wanting to be where the Most High wanted them to be. But they was just like, I'd rather go back to the Egyptians and serve them to eat, not knowing what the Most High had laid out for us if we just went through with it. It's uncomfortable. It might have been hot. They might have been traveling for days. Because, you know, in the car, you know, you may get there in a couple of hours. But, you know, they didn't have what we have now. So just imagine how long it took for them to walk, you know, just the heat down there, and, you know, not having the things that they wanted to do and rest and all these things. But the Most High had something beautiful for them. And it could be the same thing for you. You're just so scared to act down and do the thing that the Most High is asking you to do, not realizing the beauty on the other side. You could be praying for something and you're wondering why you haven't got that certain thing. Now, I will say, you know, that not everything we pray for we're going to get, you know, because it's His will, but still it's a fine line. Like, you know, like, okay, like if you know the Most High put on your spirit and He's revealed to you, like, okay, this is why you're not getting this, because you're not obeying me in this season. You're not doing what I'm asking you to, you're not doing what I'm asking you to do. You're not praying continuously. You're not setting aside your flesh. You're not putting your flesh in submission. You didn't forgive that person. You didn't sow a seed. You didn't give alms. You didn't eat healthy like I asked you to. You didn't go exercise like I asked you to do. You didn't go pray for this person like I asked you to do. You didn't tell this person what I put on your spirit to go tell this person like I asked you to. So therefore, now I'm going to set back some things for you because you didn't do what I asked you to do. And that's why you're in this place. Because you're not doing what the Most High is asking you to do. And although it may be uncomfortable, it may not even make sense to why He's asking you to do this very thing. You may even feel like the thing that He's asking you to do, you're already doing. But maybe that's not how He wants you to do it. Maybe He wants you to do it in a different way. Maybe He wants you to be slower in the way you talk. Maybe you may feel like, well, I do go out and I inspire other sisters. But maybe the way that you do it, the heart posture that you have is not in the correct spirit. You may be teaching other sisters, but maybe your heart posture is not in the right place the Most High wants you to be. So maybe He wants you to shed off of some of that. You know, like how a snake comes out of its skin after a while. You're gonna have to come out of that. You know, you may be eating healthier, but it could be something so small as you need to add juices to that. You need to the Most High may give you a vision of fruits that you need to start juicing, and you just like, well, I already eat healthier and I'm already in the gym. What I need the juice for? I love my Olippops. I love my soda, my Dr. Peppers. You know, and it could be something as simple as that. And you wonder why you're not losing that weight, why your skin not getting clearer. Because it could be something as simple as that. And a change of your routine. And a change in the way that you do things that the Most High bless you with. And He gives you an increase because you did something differently how He wants you to do it. Because oftentimes we get so stuck in how we are doing it and how we want it and when we want it and what time we gonna set this and what time we gonna set that. But did we ask the Most High, was that His will? Did we ask Him, is this what you want me to do in this season of my life? Because the Most High, and it's like on my journal right here. It says Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. And oftentimes, I know I was just talking about this on a call Bible study that I held with my two best friends there in the truth. And we was talking about, you know, just like becoming, you know, a better woman and changing habits. It's really just how oftentimes we blame everything else but ourselves. We blame, this is why we're not doing this. I'm not doing this because of this certain thing, or these carnal things of this world, because of other people, or because of yourself in your own way. You can be literally your worst own enemy. You know, like we can be our own worst enemy. So we really have to rely on the Most High more than we even rely on ourselves. Yeah, we are ourselves. Yeah, we're supposed to take care of ourselves. Yeah, we're supposed to look after ourselves. Yeah, we're supposed to love ourselves righteously. But also, we're supposed to be really dependent on the Most High wholeheartedly more than we're dependent on anything else in this world. So really, yes, the mountain is you. It's you. Okay, it's nobody else. It's you. You're in your own way. And that's why. You're not doing what the Most High asks you to do. And that's why. The choices that you make, the thoughts that you think, the words that you speak, your actions, the way that you're living, are you living according to scriptures, or are you living according to your feelings? Or what feels right in that moment, or when you're motivated, when you woke up on the right side of the bed, when you finally get that home, when you finally get that car, when you finally get that job, when you finally get that husband, when you finally get the right set of friends. Is that when you're going to start being obedient, or can you just start now? Or can whatever you have right now, you can be grateful for? I know I wrote on my board, and to remind myself, be grateful for where the Most High has you at right now, because that's where He wants you to be. And oftentimes I do it myself. I'm like, dang, am I going to be here? Because I want to be in this position. I want to be here. I'm asking for these things, but maybe take a step back and be grateful for all the things that the Most High already has blessed you with, and work with those things. Work with what you have now. Be grateful for what you have now, and take the steps to obey Him. And it literally, the Bible says that you need a seed of faith, a faith of a mustard seed. That's all you need. He didn't say a faith of a mountain. He didn't say a faith of a big old hippopotamus. He didn't say a faith of a landscape. He said a faith of a mustard seed. That's all you need. That's all you need. Okay? And even if you don't know what the Most High is requiring you to do, or why you're so stagnant, I recommend you to go off to a quiet place and pray and ask the Most High, why does it feel like I'm stagnant? What are some things that's causing my relationship with you? What are some things that's causing my disobedience? What are some things you want me to let go, and start working on them, man? You've been here for too long. I'm talking to you because I've been there and I've done that. It's been too long. It's been too long since you gave the Most High your yes. It's been too long since it's been that time that you gave that Most High yes. Absolute, I trust you. I have $0 to my name, but you asking me to sow a seed, and He made next morning you wake up and you got $2,000 in your account just because you said I believe, and you was actually about to go out and do DoorDash because the Most High put on your spirit to go do that, and He just needed your yes. He just needed your action, and all of a sudden you wake up with $2,000 in your account, and now you can sow a seed. Because, see, that's how the Most High works. He just needs your faith, man. Just like how He used Abraham. He told him to go and slaughter Isaac. He took that act of faith. It was his faith. And the woman that held on to Christ's garment with the issue of blood, she said, if I just touch the hem of His garment, I will be healed. He said, because of your faith, you will be made well. How much faith? What faith do you have in? Where is your faith, man? And with that, I just want to say shalom. And I just want to say, it may be uncomfortable. It may be so uncomfortable. Trust me, I know. But if the Most High is putting on your spirit to do something, it's because of a reason. And you don't want to get in a point in your life. And if that's another thing, I want to recommend y'all to read anybody, like specifically to mainly Jonah. because that's a very short book. It's a very good book to start off with, to read what will happen if you disobey the Most High. God forbid, that something worse will happen to you. But if the Most High has put it on your spirit to do something, it's because it may be something in the unseen. Faith is the things that is unseen. Okay, rather than things that are seen. The Most High has put it on your spirit to go ahead and act out in faith, because he sees something in the unseen that you cannot see. Your obedience can be tied to somebody's life. Your obedience could be tied to your health. He may see something in your body you can't see, and that's the reason why he's putting on your spirit to eat healthier. He may be telling you, go pray for somebody, and you like, no, I don't feel like it, I'm tired, I just got off of work. But that person may want it to off themselves. And just because of your disobedience costs somebody else's life, or even your own. So be careful, and really just take the time to reflect and self-examine each day and ask yourself, am I doing what the Most High wants me to do? And with that, I just want to say all praise to the Most High, peace and blessings. And do what the Most High is requiring of you.